Bonjour, hi! Welcome to this episode of Cloud in 5 Minutes. I'm Frank Boucher, Microsoft Cloud Advocate, and today I want to show you how to use the Azure functions to clean up your subscription by deleting the resources that you don't need anymore. We must admit, we all did it at least once. Forget to delete some resources that we don't really reuse or need anymore. In a previous video, I show you how to use the Azure automation to run a script every morning and delete those resources. There's no built-in way in Azure to know when a resource is expired. That's why I use a tag expire on with a specific date to decide when the resource is expired. In today's demo, I want to use Azure functions to run every morning or whatever the schedule you want and delete those resources. Ready? Let's get started. So I'm in Visual Studio. In today's demo, I will use the extension for functions. I will put the link in the description, or you could search it directly from VS Code. So to create a new function, you open the extension just here, and you will click on the first icon, create a new project. We'll create a new folder, let's call it AZ Subcleaner, and we'll select this folder. For today's demo, we'll do it in PowerShell, and I want a time trigger, so it's the last option. So we need to give it a name, so I will call it AZ Subcleaner Time Trigger. And now we need to specify the schedule. This uses the cron expression. I will put link in the description so you could learn a little bit about it, but if you want it to run just like me every morning at 5 a.m., then it's 0, 0, 5 and star, star, stars. Let's open this new solution inside the current window. Now it will take a few seconds to create the file that we need. Great! It's done. So let's close this terminal. We don't need it in. What we'll do is add the code. So I copy the code from the previous script. Let me just explain quickly what it does. So I'm using the Azure resource graph to query all the resources with a tag expired on, where the date is older than now. And then I return all the project ID. This way, instead of retrieving all the resources and looping through them, I only receive the resource that interests me. It's way more efficient this way. And then I loop through to delete those resources. Unfortunately, resource graph doesn't support resource group, so I need to do it the old way and retrieve all their groups and then looping through them, checking if they are empty, and finally deleting them. I use the force here so I don't get any prompt, and my script will run without any error. Before I can deploy in Azure, my script use here the search AZ graph, and for that I need a module. There's a new way, very simple, to add module inside an Azure function. So first, from the root, we'll create a new, so not in the time trigger, but at the root, we'll add a new folder and we'll call it modules. Now we need to copy the resource graph module inside that folder. If you already have it locally, it's very simple. So what we'll do now is open the terminal. Voila, let's just expand it so you see better. And now we'll execute the command get module list available AZ resource graph. And this will give us the location of the module. We'll go there and copy everything inside our folder. If you don't have the module installed, you can already install it with install module az.resourcegraph, and to get all the information how to do it, go at bit.ly/azgraph. The link will also be in the description. In fact, all links are always in the description. So now for me, let's copy this thing. We'll open the folder and let's go to this location. Now I need the AZ resource graph. So that's the one I'm looking for. So I will copy it and paste it inside the folder I just created. There it is. So now I have it. And if I expand in Visual Studio Code, now everything is there. Perfect. Now I have all I need in my code so I could deploy in Azure. With the Visual Studio extension, it's very easy. We go here and we'll upload. So that's the last one, not the upload, but deploy in the function app. So go there, you pick your subscription, so Frank Perso for me, and then we'll create a new one. Let's call it AZ Sub Cleaner. You pick the location close to you. I'm in Canada, Montreal, so ECUS is perfect for me. And I think now it's the artist's time. You just need to wait. But you're lucky, I will speed that up for you. Okay, the deployment is ready, but we're not there yet. We need to do a little bit more thing. So see our code right now, and let's close the terminal. So the code right now requests access to the subscription to first read them and then delete them. So we need to give it permission. If we check in the code, if we go in the, where is it? Profile. In PowerShell, there's a profile. Here's a way to pass an identity. So we need to do that and also give the identity permission to access your subscription. This is really easy to do. Let me show you. So we'll go in the portal. So let's go in the function app, and here it is, AZ Sub Cleaner. So we'll go here. And now in platform feature, I will click on that. And I have a property just here, named identity. I will click on this. Well, by default, it's turned off. So let's turn it on and save. And yes. This will create a principle that we will be able to use inside Azure to give access to our subscription. I just saw the notification, everything is ready. So now we need to go in the subscription. I have it here in my favorite, but if it's not the case, you can always find your subscription by going in all services and typing subscription. Should be very quick to find. You click there, you will go in your subscription. And now the third option from the top is the access control, IAM. You click on this. And now what we want to do is add a permission or a role assignment. So you click on the add role assignment. To be able to do what we want, the easiest will be contribute. If you want to be a little bit more specific, you can, but I will let you decide what you want to do. In this sample, I will use contributor. And then we need to search for the specific principle we have. So the principle was called, in our case, AZ Sub Cleaner. See, this is the logo of web app because that's my web app that is getting that principle. So we click on this and then we say save. Perfect, now it's done. If I want to double check, I can go here, find my function, here it is, and I will see that I have the role contributor. And there it is, you are all set, ready to go. Now the only thing missing is some resources tag, so you could delete them. You should keep the habit of adding those tags by default in your own template or when you're creating new resources. This way, it will be way more efficient. Let me show you how to add one tag using the portal. So let's go in the resource group, let's say the dog demo. I don't need that anymore. So I will use the storage, and then any resources, what you will always find is here, always on the top is tag. So you click on this, and now what you need to do is just add expired on. And honestly, it depends how you wrote your code. I set it as expired on because it makes sense to me. If you prefer something else, just add the tags you like and adjust the code in consequences. There's no problem in there. And then for the value, use a date using the format year, month, day. And the year must be 4-digit. It's ready, now don't forget to save. And voila! Tomorrow morning, this storage will get deleted. Now, if you're interested to have this solution, it's available in my GitHub. I will put all the link in the description. I hope this video was useful and I hope you like it. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask them in the comment or reach me on any social media. As usual, like, subscribe, and share. It's always very appreciated. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.